Hello, everyone. This is Tom Fox. I would like to welcome you to the Sunday Book Review. The Sunday Book Review is the series where I discuss books which impact the compliance practitioner, the legal professional, and the business professional. I hope you will enjoy this episode. The Sunday Book Review is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network. First, a quick word from our sponsor. The Sunday Book Review for May 15, 2022, the Supply Chain Edition. Today we take a look at 4 books on the supply chain as recommended by Mohammed Boulalam in a LinkedIn article. I found this really interesting and something that I think every compliance professional needs to be aware of. So number 1, the essentials of supply chain management. As the title suggests, it offers an introduction to the field of supply chain management and provides all the needs to have fundamentals. Number 2, Supply Chain Management, Strategy, Planning, and Operations, 6th edition by Sunil Chopra and Peter Meindl. This book came out of a course on supply chain management taught at the Kellogg School of Management at Northwestern University. It introduces high-level strategies and concepts while giving students the practical tools necessary to solve supply chain problems. It covers the entire supply chain network, how to forecast demand, how to produce or plan production and inventory, how to manage pricing, and more. Next up, Inventory Optimization, Models and Simulations by Nicolas Vandeput. In this book, you will learn by doing. It's a great help for those interested in diving into inventory optimization from a methodology perspective, i.e. process. This is a mix of mathematics, business insight, and programming that makes learning fun and engaging. The book follows a path where it starts with a simple model, and then you learn new things. In fact, you learn as you go. And the last book is Inventory Production Management and Supply Chains, 4th edition by Edward Silva, David Pyke, and Douglas Thomas. This book presents practical techniques for managing inventory and production throughout supply chains. It is a main reference for PhD candidates as it includes a thorough literary review and covers many topics in depth. The book walks you through the importance of managing inventory and production appropriately and how you can apply decisions for inventory and control and a general framework for your production environment. Of these books, the first 2 are for newbies to the supply chain, so this may be aimed at the compliance professional. And the final 2 are really for those who want to take a deep dive and advance their knowledge in production and inventory. I think with the Ukraine or the Russian invasion of Ukraine, it's certainly driven home the importance of supply chain. This didn't start with the Russian invasion. It's a culmination of events starting with the pandemic, moving forward to geopolitical events across the globe, and now with this invasion and sanctions against Russia. So supply chains have become extraordinarily important and, more importantly, can present extraordinary risks to your organization. I'm going to be taking more of a deep dive into supply chains down the road in some other podcasts, but for the compliance professional, you might want to start with these books. This week, the Communicator Society awarded 2 podcasts on the Compliance Podcast Network awards of distinction. The first was Gwen Hassan's Hidden Traffic, and the second is Karen Woody's Classrooms Insider. So congrats to Gwen and Karen for these awards. Also, we have a new podcast on the Compliance Podcast Network, 2 actually. The first is All Things in Investigations. It's from the law firm of Hughes Hubbard, where I interview lawyers in their investigations practice, and the Woody Report, where I take a deep dive into securities law with securities law professor Karen Woody. Look for both of these shows on the Compliance Podcast Network. And we actually have one more, which is Taxman on the intersection of tax and compliance, where with my tax colleague extraordinaire Tracy Howell, we look at 5 different issues that every compliance officer needs to be aware of regarding corporate tax. It's a fascinating series that's on a topic not often explored.
This podcast is a part of the C-Suite Radio Network. For more top business podcasts, visit c-suiteradio.com.